Previously on Days of Our Relapse.
That was her. I tried to call out, but produced no sound. The struggle causes the choking to grow worse. I soon find myself unable to breathe.
JQilin! JQilin!
Ah!
I wake up panting, unable to get my breathing under control. JQilin! What? And now, Days of Our Relapse. What it is, what it do? You already know who it is. It's your boy. Back with another episode of Days of Our Relapse. And still chucking along, trying to finish this in a timely fashion. Unfortunately, Yuri left because, well, we had an episode. Now I can see how things fare with Natsuki. So, if you're excited to get on the road with Days of Our Relapse, be sure to bake a cupcake for the like button. I will appreciate it. You know the like button will appreciate it because it'll turn blue. And stay tuned for another fun adventure. Why do I feel so helpless? A dream? No, that wasn't a dream. That was... Maybe there really is something seriously wrong with me. You know, aside from the other things that are seriously wrong with me. And all started with a nightmare. The nightmare that granted me foresight into this week's events begins to weigh on me. Is it? Is it because I'm trying to change things? What am I talking about? That doesn't even make any sense. Well, actually, it makes more sense than you think it does. How would me acting differently from before hurt me like this? Because you're acting outside of the code. You're betraying the fate that the game already had in store for you. The pain I experienced during my dream with Yuri caused me to shudder. That was like torture. Like I was being torn apart. Like I was being suffocated. I stopped myself from thinking about it as I began to feel dizzy. But what she said, being with her in my room, it felt so familiar. Like I had done it all before. But I know that I never have. I spent last Sunday with Natsuki. So I guess he's experiencing not just his previous life, but every past. Or maybe spending time with Yuri is what the save data did. And he went back to what the save data remembered. If so, that would be pretty interesting. Natsuki. I'm tempted to cancel our plans to make cupcakes, but I can't bring myself to do it. And something like that happens while she's here too. How will I get through to her if she's worried about me? Well, actually, that might make her more receptive to you if she actually shows concern for you. She can act like she's bothered, but I know it would just eat her up inside. Just like Yuri. Damn, why do I have to be so pathetic? I feel tears in my eyes as I stare off into nowhere. No. I can't get like this. Even if there's something wrong with me, I still have to help the girls. I can't afford to get all depressed just because I made Yuri worry. She's come so far since we've met. Fighting off her urge to cut, showing more confidence around others. And then there's Sayori. She's opened up to her parents, went to the doctor, got medication to help her fight her depression. I should be happy. But then there's still Monica and Natsuki. I've all but ignored Natsuki this week. And I think I've actually made Monica worse off than she was. Ah! I yell into my ceiling as I try and release my emotions. If that's the case, I'll just have to try harder. I'll help Natsuki with her dad. I will beat the bastard's ass if I have to. And for Monica, I'll come up with a solution. Somehow, I'll come up with a solution. Trust me, bro. I got it. That's reassuring. I shoot up off the couch and clap my hands together. Alright! I still have about 45 minutes until Natsuki gets here. I'll use that time to sit down and wait, I guess. I mean, you could clean up the kitchen, see if you need to get some supplies. I don't know, change clothes, play a video game or something. I return to the seat that I left only a few seconds ago. There has to be something I could do while I wait for her. Aha! I pull my phone out of my pocket and begin a new message. Hey, I was wondering if you were feeling any better today. A little regret creeps over me as I hit send. I'm guessing this is to Monica. This conversation might be better suited for a face-to-face discussion. I feel a lot better, thanks. And I'm sorry about some of the things I said yesterday. Don't sweat it. I didn't mind looking after you. Though I imagine every guy in school would try and kill me if anyone finds out that I was alone with you in your room. Don't tell me you had any weird thoughts, Qilin. I thought you were a gentleman. Oh, please. Judging by some of the things you said, the one having weird thoughts wasn't me. Pfft, in your dreams, maybe. Oh, I thought we already had determined that you were the one who dreams about me. Are you sure you're feeling okay? I think you might be delirious. We continue like this for a while until Monica says that she has to go. I'm glad to see that there wasn't any awkwardness between us. But it's also impossible to tell how she's really feeling in a text. I guess anything is better than nothing. But the way she kept telling me she didn't want me to leave her. Is Monica? Is she lonely? But how? She's so popular. And now she also has the club. Well, see, the thing is, just because you're popular doesn't mean you're not lonely. Like, people could like you superficially, but they won't try to actually get to know the real Monica. They'll just get to know the image. Or they'll be so intimidated by Monica's status and popularity that they'll never actually try to get to know the girl behind the status. As for the club, well, that's a different story. When I had class with her last year, she was always surrounded by people. Maybe she really does hate the whole class star thing. But why get so attached to me? Surely there have been other guys who treated her like a normal human being. My sighing is interrupted by a knock on the door. Guess that means it's showtime. It's showtime! Me and Natsuki mostly fall back into the same routine as last time. We get to work preparing to make the cupcakes after unloading her bag full of equipment and getting out all the ingredients. The kitchen is once again a total mess soon after we start. She babysits my movements at first, but eases up when she sees that I'm not totally incompetent. I'll admit that I was expecting to be worse at this. It's almost as if we have experience doing this. Thanks? I've only ever made cupcakes once before, but I've had a pretty good teacher when I did. As much as I hate to admit that. Huh? Who taught you to make cupcakes? You did, in a previous lifetime. Don't worry about it. But truth be told, you kind of remind me of her. Mostly because you were her. A her, huh? Don't tell me I'm not a secret love interest. Well... I shrug back my shoulders as I smile at Natsuki. What can I say? The ladies just can't keep themselves off me.
Ha! Maybe the girls that are left after.
Oh, no, never mind.
Ha! Maybe the girls that are left after all the same ones run away.
Ouch. You're bringing the claws out already, I see.
Hehe. You're kind of asking for it.
I'll allow that one, but I won't take any more just lying down.
Fine, but it's your funeral.
We continue our banter back and forth while doing our own things. As I'm beating the crap out of the iceling, I notice Natsuki is just staring at me. Is something on your mind?
Huh? Oh. It's nothing.
And you're the one always calling me a bad liar. Come on, I'll hear you out if you have anything you want to talk about.
Well... Did you and Yuri manage to finish up all the decorations earlier?
Huh? Me and Yuri?
Yeah. She told me that you canceled on her yesterday. So I assume she came here earlier today.
I see. She did come over, but we didn't manage to get everything done.
You didn't? I figured she would have wanted to finish up with everything while she was here.
Yeah, it's just that. She had to leave early for something, so we didn't quite have enough time.
Sounds to me like you ran her off.
Very funny, Natsuki. Even though she's technically not wrong.
She still wouldn't tell me anything, you know?
Tell you anything?
About what happened between you two, and why she acts so differently now.
You know, I never pegged you for being the nosy type.
I'm not nosy! Back! I'm just curious.
It's hard to tell if she wants to know these things because she has feelings for me, or because she really is bothered by Yuri not telling her. Listen, she'll tell you about it when she's ready. Don't hold against her, she just doesn't have a lot of experience with these things.
I know. But you'd figure that, with the way she talks about you, she'd want to brag about something happening.
Huh? The way she talks about me?
Heh, now who's a nosy one?
I mean, you just dangle a little nugget in front of us like that, and you're just gonna call us nosy? We're not being nosy, we're just being curious. Alright. Okay, why don't you go back to making cupcakes before this turns into a crappy teen drama? That's funny. Very funny coming from you, JQilin. Or should I say, very funny coming from you, Relapse.
Fine.
The consistency of the icing I've been beating is pretty good at this point, so I presented it to Natsuki for approval.
That's not too bad, actually.
I watch as she expectantly sticks a finger in the icing and pokes it and pops it in her mouth. Payback time. Gross.
What did you just say?
Oh, please. Don't tell me you're bothered by a guy calling you gross.
Ugh. Not as bad as you get when a girl talks about boobs. Speaking of...
Alright, I take back what I said. You're not gross. Please spare me from a discussion about... that.
Well, that certainly made you crumble fast. I guess now I know how to keep that ego of yours in check.
Just talk about boobs all the time. Sigh. Well, that backfired. We continued what we were doing while I was avoiding any more topics that might be hazardous to my health.
Ah, that smells so good.
The cupcakes are ready to be pulled out of the oven. As soon as Natsuki opens the oven door, a blast of familiar, sweet-smelling warm air fills the room.
Look at how cute they all look.
She proudly shows off the different colored cupcakes in each of the trays. Wow, they do look really good. Though my icing skills are what really steal the show.
Pfft, yeah, right. I'm so surprised you managed not to injure yourself while whisking. Here, scoop the icing into these bags.
Natsuki hands me some plastic bags.
Do you ever feel like a plastic bag floating in the wind? I have these nozzles that'll make it look really nice and fluffy. This one can even make flowers. We probably won't be using it this time though.
I immediately go to grab the nozzle with the thinnest tip. This one could be used for writing stuff, right?
Yeah, why?
Well, I was just thinking. We could make the event more literature themed by writing a different word on each of the cupcakes. Excuse me. Then we could see people choose their cupcakes based on the word they like. Props to pass me for coming with that idea.
I was kind of expecting you to say something really stupid. But that's actually a really cute idea, so...
Ha 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 ha! Don't worry. I'm coming around to your way of thinking slowly but surely. I still have a lot to learn from the master after all. It's like, because I'm still just a young Padawan, you're a Jedi Master.
Heh, you can say that again.
Here, I'll go ahead and start on the icing. When we're finally finished, Natsuki puts them all side by side to admire our work.
Look at how pretty they are together.
Yeah, they are, aren't they?
I wish I could have one now.
My blood begins to boil as I hear her say this. Why don't you? I don't see why you couldn't.
Well, yeah, but my dad's making dinner tonight, so I really need to save my appetite.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Well, what? Why?
Since you're already here, I was gonna invite you to eat dinner with me.
You are? I mean, but why?
Well, it's getting about that time, and I enjoy your company. I just figured it was the most logical thing to do. I can tell Natsuki is torn, but the hatred I feel towards her father keeps me from thinking straight. It's alright if you can't stay. I wouldn't want to get in the way of your, family time.
No! I mean, it's not anything special, so he probably wouldn't mind. I just need to make a call real quick.
I watch she pulls out her phone and goes into the other room. At this point, I don't know whether I'm actually helping her or making things worse. It's probably that not coming home might make her dad angry. Well, it's possible that not coming home might make her dad angry. But I also have the eerie feeling that he's not really cooking dinner. Is there anything I could really do for her other than just providing a few meals? It's not she can live on her own, and there's a multitude of reasons why she can't live with me. Yeah, what do we think this is? Exit Music Redux? What could happen to her if I called the cops on her dad? Does she have any other family she could stay with? Damn it! I wish I could just ask her about these things. I feel a little guilty as I do it, but I focus my hearing and try to listen to Natsuki's conversation. She's talking kind of softly, but I do hear Yuri's name come up at one point. Oh, she's telling her dad that she's at Yuri's house? She's probably telling him she's at Yuri's house. It's hard to forget her dad's policy on boys. I begin wrapping the tray of cupcakes to try and take my mind off things. A few more minutes pass until the speaking stops and I hear Natsuki walking back towards the kitchen. Any news?
He sounds alright to eat here, but I still have to be back kind of early since it's a school night.
I'm glad to hear it. Having said that, though, I don't know the first thing about cooking a real dinner.
You dummy! You think you had told me that before I called my dad?
I hope you're in the mood for fast food, then.
Fast food? Wow, you really know how to treat a lady, don't ya?
Well, actually, I do, considering the fact that I'm dating Sayori. Does that mean you're not interested?
I didn't say that.
Well then, Chinese it is.
Huh?
There's a really good Chinese place near here that delivers. They have a family pack, so you can get for pretty cheap considering how much food comes in it. Assuming you're okay with that?
Yeah. That sounds good.
Great. I'll go ahead and place the order real quick. You can go in the living room and watch TV if you want.
Okay. And Qilin, thanks.
I'm happy to be of service. I see her face begin to turn red. She looks away and heads into the living room. Natsuki, I really do want to help you. Assuming my parents let me live long enough after I again use this debit card. Man, they really are going to be pissed at me. You said use it for emergencies. I say this counts as an emergency. After I finished placing the order, I realized just how much food actually comes in the meal. We can never finish it all whenever we used to get it for dinner. And that was split between 3 people. I'd really hate it for it to go to waste. That gives me an idea. Why don't you invite Sayori over? As I step into the living room, I see Natsuki giggling.
You're such a dork, Qilin.
Huh? I look at the TV and realize that she has my Funimation account pulled up. Hey, what are you doing?
You said I can watch TV, and this is what was on. Jeez, I don't think I've ever seen a queue this long.
This is why I can't have nice things.
Calm down. I'm only messing with you. I'm actually surprised how many of these I've never heard of.
Well, I could tell you about some of them if you'd like. I need to observe the finest of media after all. Yes, quite. Yes, quite.
Sure. That sounds good.
One thing I want to ask real quick. The Chinese I ordered comes with a lot of food, and I was wondering if you'd be okay with me inviting Sayori over.
Huh. Why wouldn't I be? It is your house after all.
Well, that was easier than expected. I mean, they don't know that you and Sayori are dating, so as far as she's concerned, you're just inviting a friend over. Sayori happily accepted my invitation to come over and eat Chinese. More than that, though, she seemed excited by the fact Natsuki was here. I guess she worked through some of her insecurities. That and Natsuki has never shown any indication of being interested in you, and you haven't told Sayori that you and Natsuki were a thing. You also haven't really spent time with Natsuki this past week, so why should Sayori feel threatened about her? I couldn't be made happier by this thought. Other than that, I've been going through and giving a synopsis that shows, a synopsis of shows that Natsuki seems interested in. After several minutes, I am interrupted by a knock on the door. The sound of giggling stops me as I reach for the knob.
I have an order for Mr. Qilin.
I open the door and see Sayori staying on the other side, holding the packages of food.
So, what did you think? I can be pretty good at this whole delivery thing, huh?
You weren't too shabby, though that giggling could use some work. Also, why do you have the food?
Oh, I saw the delivery guy arrive when I was walking over here. He said the food was already paid for, so I told him I lived here. I was tempted to run off with it, but I didn't want to be mean. I didn't want to be mean to Natsuki.
So, you're saying you would have been fine with taking if it was just me here?
Mm-hmm. Don't worry, I would have brought the leftovers.
Damn. Knowing you, there probably wouldn't be any leftovers.
I thought that too.
What am I going to do with you? I take all the food from Sayori and motion towards the kitchen. Come on, help me set in the kitchen before I ban you from eating any. I try and swipe at her, but she slips past me.
Natsuki, help!
As I follow after her, I'm greeted by a very confused-looking Natsuki.
Hey, what are you doing? Killer's trying to be mean, so you have to protect me.
I set the food down and begin opening the packages. She threatened to take the food away had you not been here.
Ha! Well, let's serve you right. Maybe it would teach you to be humble once in a while. No, sit down. Be humble. Sit down. Be humble. Nobody pray for me. Even a day for me. Yeah. My left stroke just went viral.
Oh my god. Oh, okay. I gotta calm down.
Yeah.
Sigh. How do I always end up being outnumbered in these situations?
Maybe you were such a meanie all the time, some might take your side.
As much as I would like to fight the both of you, this meanie is starving. You two have fun protecting each other, but I'd prefer to eat. I see the two of them break apart the second I reach for some plates. What happened? I thought you two were teamed up.
Don't worry, we'll gang back up on you after we eat. Right.
Man, I can never catch a break, can I? I pass out the plates and we all take turns loading them up. Once Natsuki has hers made, I notice she just stands around unsure of what to do. We usually eat in the living room when my parents aren't home, so you can go ahead and take a seat in there.
Oh, right.
She still seems a little uneasy, so she makes her way into the into the other room. I wonder if she's not allowed to eat outside the kitchen in her house. How strict is her dad? I focus my attention on my plate to prevent any anger from bubbling to the surface. Sayori finishes getting her food before me and heads into the living room to accompany Natsuki. My mind returns to the negative side of things while I'm alone. Is there anything I could really? Is there anything I can do to really help her out of the situation she's in? If I only knew more of the details, I'm sure I could come up with something. But it's still way too soon to ask. Maybe if we spend some more time together.
Are you coming? We're not gonna wait forever, you know.
Wait. As I enter the room, I see Sayori sitting next to Natsuki on the couch we usually sit on. Something catches my eye as I make my way past them. Neither girls have touched any of the food on their plates yet. Huh? You didn't have to wait for me.
Don't look at me. It was Natsuki's idea.
Natsuki's?
Jeez, don't get such a big head over it. You bought it, so it makes sense to wait for you.
I plop down on the couch opposite them while smiling at her. Wow, I had no idea you could be so polite, Natsuki. It's kind of throwing me off.
Grr. It's just common courtesy. You can choke on your food for all I care.
There she is. Guess you're the real Natsuki after all.
Can we just eat already?
Well, alright. I think now's a good place to end up this episode. It was pretty fun. We got to hang out with Natsuki, and then we got the double feature with Sayori. I think the three of us make a good team. What do you guys think? So, same old thing I always say. If you're new here, be sure to hit that subscribe button, or else we'll end up choking on our food like Natsuki said. And Discord link to my Discord server link is in the description. You can come and join, be a part of the happy family. Also, hit the like button if you haven't already. If you made it to this point in the video, that means you liked what you saw, so you might as well just go ahead and give that like button a little love. It's feeling a little lonely. Again, I want to thank you all for watching, and I hope you had a good time watching as I had a good time playing this for you. It's been real. It's been fun. It's your boy JQilin. Ciao for now.